From tentative steps to powerful strides, the Arctic wolf must master the art of the chase to survive the unforgiving tundra.
The icy wind moves across the northern wilderness like a whispered warning, brushing through towering pines, scattering snowflakes, and carrying a sound that chills the air itself, the haunting echo of a wolf's howl. In the heart of this frozen world, where silence is a language and survival is an art, the wolf emerges not as a villain of old stories, but as a guardian of balance, a symbol of unity, discipline, and extraordinary intelligence. Under the fading glow of dawn, a shadow glides across the frosted ground. Muscles ripple beneath silver fur. Eyes sharpen with awareness. Every step is measured, every breath controlled. The wolf is not alone. It never is. The wilderness belongs to the pack, a family bound by loyalty stronger than blood, moving with harmony so perfect it appears choreographed by nature itself. From the youngest pup taking its first trembling steps, to the experienced alpha leading with quiet strength, every member has a purpose. Their world is not chaos, it is order. Not savagery but structure. Every howl holds meaning. Every hunt carries responsibility. Every choice determines the survival of the pack. As we step into their world, we leave behind human myths and misunderstandings. What awaits is a realm shaped by discipline, sacrifice, intelligence, and unity, a world that reflects deeper truths about life, family, and the divine balance set by the Creator. This is The Secret Life of Wolves, a journey into the echoes that bind the wild, Snow drifts softly over the vast northern forest as the first light of morning brushes the treetops with pale silver. In the hollow of a sheltered den, warmth gathers around a small family of wolves. A mother rests curled around newborn pups barely the size of her paw. Their eyes remain shut, their fur thin, their bodies fragile. They know nothing of the cold world outside, yet nature has already written their destiny. The mother wolf breathes steadily, her warmth becoming their first shield against the bitter winds beyond. Her heartbeat becomes their first rhythm of comfort. The den itself, dug into the earth, feels like a womb of safety. Dark, damp, but secure. Above them, the father wolf stands guard, ears raised, nostrils flaring, every sense alert to danger. The pups will spend the first 2 weeks of life completely blind. Their world, only sound and scent. They recognize the vibrations of their mother's movement, the warmth of her body, the soft whimpering of their siblings. Each breath strengthens their tiny lungs. Each touch sparks the faintest awareness of life. Outside, deep marks in the snow reveal the patrols of the pack. Adult wolves take turns watching the den, forming a silent circle of guardianship. In wolf society, pups do not belong only to the mother, they belong to the entire pack. Every adult becomes a protector, a teacher, and eventually, provider. When the pups reach 3 weeks of age, their eyes open for the first time. The world appears blurry, shifting shapes, dim lights, unfamiliar shadows. Their tiny legs wobble as they attempt to stand. The first steps end in clumsy falls, yet each attempt becomes a lesson the wilderness demands they learn quickly. The mother gently nudges them forward, urging exploration with soft touches of her nose. Her patience is unwavering. She knows the time is coming when the pups must understand what danger feels like, what hunger means, and what survival requires. By 5 weeks, the pups begin to leave the den and feel snow under their paws for the first time. The cold shocks them, but the older wolves surround them, offering warmth and play. Their early games, chasing tails, pouncing on sticks, wrestling with siblings, are not simply entertainment. These playful battles strengthen their muscles, improve their coordination, and sharpen their instincts. Wolves learn through imitation. The alpha male, calm, disciplined, and observant, watches the pups with pride and responsibility. He is not a tyrant but a leader who guides through presence, not force. His authority is natural, earned by experience, wisdom, and the trust of the entire pack. The pups study him constantly. The way he stands tall, the way he listens to distant sounds, the way he communicates with subtle tail movements and gentle nudges. Even the silence of the alpha teaches them discipline. As the pups grow, their senses sharpen dramatically. Their hearing becomes so sensitive that they can detect the footstep of prey nearly 2 kilometers away. Their noses learn to separate hundreds of scents, identifying danger long before it arrives. Their eyes adapt to low light, allowing them to see clearly under the moonlit sky, but learning the world also means learning fear. The forest is home to many dangers: bears, cougars, and even rival wolf packs. The adults teach the pups to read the forest. A sudden silence from birds signals a predator. The scent of a stranger on the wind commands caution. The deep growl from the alpha means freeze, drop low, and hide. One of the earliest lessons the pups learn is the meaning of the howl. When the pack howls in harmony, the sound travels across mountains and valleys, reminding every living creature that this land has guardians. The pups answer with high-pitched attempts, their little voices joining the ancient choir of the wild. As weeks turn into months, the pups transition from milk to meat. The adults regurgitate partially digested food, an instinctive form of feeding that strengthens the pups' digestive systems. Their bodies grow rapidly, bones lengthening, muscles developing, paws becoming large and powerful. By 6 months, they begin to follow the pack on short journeys. They watch hunts from a distance, learning the choreography of teamwork. The wolves move like shadows, silent, synchronized, reading each other's intentions without a single spoken word. Through every stage, the pups learn that the pack is everything. Without the pack, a wolf is weak. With the pack, a wolf becomes a force of nature. As Chapter 1 closes, we reflect on the earliest chapter of a wolf's life, a journey from blindness to awareness, from helplessness to instinct. Every step in a pup's growth mirrors a deeper truth. Nothing in nature is random. Each lesson, each danger, each moment of warmth is part of the divine design that shapes life with wisdom and purpose. Snow drifts quietly across the open forest as the wolves awaken to the chill of dawn. Their breaths rise like pale clouds in the frozen air, while faint light stretches across the horizon. The alpha pair stands first, signaling the beginning of a new day, and every member of the pack senses their movement. In the world of wolves, mornings belong to unity, discipline, and alertness. A young wolf trots behind the adults, still learning the rhythms of pack life. His ears twitch at every sound, cracking branches, rustling leaves, distant echoes. Instinct sharpens his senses, but experience will sculpt his future. Wolves are not born knowing the land. They become masters of it through practice, repetition, and survival. The pack begins its trek. Their paws leave delicate imprints on soft snow as they move in a precise formation, each wolf taking a place in the natural order. Some scout ahead, others guard the sides, while the youngest stay near the center where they are safest. Every formation is a strategy refined over generations, a living blueprint of survival passed down silently. The forest is a world of scents. Wolves read it the way humans read books. Faint trails of elk, the musk of a bear, and the fading footprints of a hare all merge into a vast story written on the ground. Wolves rarely hunt blindly. They study their environment like scholars of nature, evaluating the winds and observing patterns before committing to a path. The alpha female stops suddenly, her nose lifts, catching the scent of a distant herd. The rest of the pack freezes in perfect synchronization. No one speaks. Wolves communicate through glances, subtle motions, and unspoken trust. Communication here is refined, silent, and profound. The pack moves again, but now with purpose. Their steps sink deeper into the snow as anticipation rises. Hunting is never guaranteed. Every chase carries the risk of injury, hunger, or defeat. Wolves understand that nature's generosity fluctuates. Some days bring abundance, others demand endurance. A ridge overlooks a frozen clearing. Below, a herd of elk grazes, shifting between vigilance and calm. Wolves watch from above like shadows, observing a world bathed in pale winter light. The decision to hunt is never emotional. It is strategic, calculated, and entirely driven by need. The pack descends quietly, their bodies lower as they approach, muscles rippling under thick winter fur. The elk sense movement intense, their instincts warning them that danger breathes. At the edge of the tree line, a moment of stillness settles across the clearing. What follows will determine the survival of both predator and prey. The alpha male initiates the chase. Wolves explode into motion, their strides long and powerful. The herd panics, splitting in multiple directions, but wolves choose their target with precision. They do not seek the strongest, but the weakest, the injured, or the old. Their role in the wilderness is not cruelty, but balance. Snow erupts beneath pounding hooves. Wolves press forward, switching roles mid-chase. Some flank from the sides, others push from behind. The younger wolves learn by watching the experienced ones make swift decisions. Strategy unfolds in seconds, a dance of instinct, skill, and cooperation. The targeted elk stumbles on uneven ground. Wolves seize the moment. The pack closes in, overwhelming it with numbers rather than individual strength. The struggle is intense but brief. In the end, life returns to the soil, continuing the endless cycle that sustains the wilderness. After the kill, the alpha pair eats first. This is not dominance for vanity, but the structure that ensures stability. Without leadership, the pack would crumble. The strongest must remain healthy to protect the group. Younger wolves wait patiently, and when their turn comes, they eat quickly, glancing around nervously for scavengers. Ravens circle above, drawn by the smell. A lone fox watches from a distance, waiting for scraps. Wolves tolerate these interactions as long as they do not threaten the meal. The forest operates on unwritten rules, and each creature knows its place. When the pack finishes, they move to a resting spot sheltered by thick pines. Wolves conserve energy wisely, sleeping in cycles, always leaving one or two members alert for danger. Bears are a threat in certain seasons, especially when food is scarce. A solitary bear can overpower a wolf if cornered, and wolves avoid unnecessary confrontation. As afternoon light softens, the pack gathers near a quiet stream. Young wolves play by chasing each other, splashing through shallow water, and testing their speed. Though it looks like mere play, these games teach crucial survival skills: balance, timing, and social bonding. Every jump, pounce, and tumble shapes their future roles. The alpha female keeps an eye on them while grooming one of the pups. Her patience reflects the deep maternal instincts woven into wolf society. Wolves are among the most devoted parents in the animal kingdom. They share food with pups, defend them fiercely, and raise them collectively. A pup belongs not to one wolf, but to the entire pack. Evening approaches. The forest grows darker and the sky shades into indigo. The pack begins to regroup, preparing for the night. Wolves thrive in darkness. Their eyes adjust quickly, picking up faint glimmers of moonlight on distant shapes. Their hearing sharpens, detecting the faint crack of a branch even from far away. As they settle for the night, the alpha male lifts his head toward the sky and releases a long, echoing howl. It rolls across the forest like a haunting melody, a declaration of territory, unity, and presence. One by one, the pack joins him, creating a chorus that vibrates through the trees. This sound is not fearsome. It is communication, a call of family and identity. The night deepens. Stars shimmer above the silent treetops. Wolves close their eyes, but remain attuned to every whisper of the forest. Their lives are built on trust, teamwork, and constant awareness. In their world, survival is not an individual journey. It is a shared destiny forged through loyalty and instinct. The wolf moves silently through the snow-dusted forest, its senses alert to every sound, smell, and vibration. The pack's unity is its strength, and every movement is synchronized, almost choreographed, as they hunt, play, and protect one another. The alpha's presence is felt rather than spoken, a living compass guiding the group through the wilderness. Pups tumble over each other, their playful growls echoing across the clearing, unaware of the dangers that lurk nearby. The alpha watches closely, ensuring no harm comes to the youngest members. The forest is alive with tension. The scent of prey hangs in the air, and distant cries remind them of the precarious balance between life and death. The wolves traverse miles of rugged terrain, searching for food. Their diet is versatile: deer, rabbits, rodents, and occasionally fruits and berries when meat is scarce. Each wolf carries the knowledge of the pack, remembering trails, water sources, and hunting grounds. Wolves live on average 6 to 8 years in the wild, though some can reach 13 in protected areas, their survival constantly challenged by environmental hazards and human encroachment. The bond among pack members is profound. Hunting is a cooperative endeavor. A misstep can cost lives. Communication through howls, barks, and subtle body language ensures every member knows its role. Dominance and submission are expressed through posture, gaze, and gesture, minimizing violent conflict. Even aggression is controlled, rarely escalating beyond ritualized displays. Wolves are both predators and prey. While they hunt smaller herbivores, they remain cautious of bears, cougars, and humans. Disease, starvation, and harsh winters add to their daily struggles. Yet the pack thrives, demonstrating remarkable resilience. Science has revealed wolves' intelligence, their problem-solving skills, social strategies, and capacity for empathy are exceptional. Studies in wolf cognition highlight memory, planning, and even the ability to deceive competitors when necessary. The human-wolf relationship is complex. Wolves have shaped folklore and inspired conservation efforts. Their presence maintains ecological balance, controlling herbivore populations and fostering biodiversity. Human threats, however, remain significant. Hunting, habitat destruction, and climate change challenge their survival. Communities benefit from ecotourism and research programs, yet misunderstandings and fear sometimes lead to unnecessary killings. As the pack navigates the twilight forest, the alpha pauses atop a ridge, observing the horizon. Every movement, every decision, reflects centuries of adaptation and survival instincts honed by nature. Wolves teach lessons of cooperation, resilience, and loyalty. They are living examples of balance and creation, reminding us that strength, paired with strategy and care, sustains life. The pups, once clumsy and vulnerable, grow into agile hunters, learning skills essential for their future roles. The interplay of freedom and guidance within the pack shapes character and competence, creating a social structure both disciplined and flexible. Every howl, chase, and playful wrestle contributes to the cohesion that ensures the pack's endurance. Through the long nights and harsh winters, wolves persevere. Their social intelligence, sensitivity to the environment, and reliance on family underscore a broader principle. Survival is not solitary, but communal. The alpha's leadership embodies both authority and empathy, illustrating a governance system grounded in wisdom rather than fear. This chapter reveals the depth of life in the wild, the intricate relationships within a wolf pack, and the lessons humans can glean. Nature's design is purposeful, every challenge an opportunity for growth, and every creature a teacher of patience, resilience, and harmony. The pack moves together through the dense forest at dawn, a living network of instincts and experiences. The alpha leads with quiet authority, every step calculated to maintain cohesion. Mating season approaches, and the balance between rivalry and cooperation becomes delicate. Dominant pairs prepare to continue the circle of life, ensuring the survival of the pack. Pregnancy in wolves lasts about 63 days. The alpha female retreats to a secluded den, carefully selected for safety and proximity to resources. She rests, conserving energy, her body preparing to nurture new life. When the pups arrive, often between 4 to 6, they weigh barely a pound each. Their eyes are closed, ears folded, and bodies covered in soft, dark fur. The vulnerability of these newborns mirrors the fragility of life itself. The entire pack contributes to the survival of the pups. While the mother nurses and cleans them, other members bring food, stand guard, and offer warmth. Wolves exemplify communal responsibility. The life of the young is entrusted to the wisdom and care of the family. The pup's first steps are awkward, filled with tumbles, yet each stumble teaches balance, strength, and resilience. The alpha observes with patience, knowing that guidance, not force, shapes future leaders. By 3 weeks, the pup's eyes open. They begin to explore the den, smelling and tasting the world beyond the safety of fur-lined walls. Early learning is critical. Interactions with siblings teach boundaries, sharing, and social communication. Howls begin as playful practice, later becoming the tools of coordinated hunting and territorial defense. As months pass, the pups venture further from the den, learning to navigate their environment. They encounter dangers, predators such as bears or cougars, harsh weather, and occasionally humans. These experiences build instincts and resilience, preparing them for survival in a world of challenges. Wolves live 6 to 8 years in the wild, though some reach 13 under favorable conditions. Their size varies by species, with adults weighing between 50 to 110 pounds, depending on diet and environment. Hunting is a communal effort. The young learn strategies from older wolves, tracking, stalking, and teamwork. Deer, elk, rabbits, and smaller mammals constitute their main diet, supplemented occasionally by berries or grasses. Cooperation ensures efficiency and teaches lessons of patience, timing, and trust. Mistakes are instructive, not punished harshly. The pack survives as a unit, not individuals. Scientific studies reveal wolves' intelligence is remarkable. They understand complex hierarchies, plan hunts, recognize faces, and even exhibit empathy. Observations show grieving behaviors, protective instincts, and subtle problem-solving skills. These creatures are not mere animals, they are sentient beings capable of deep social awareness, teaching humans lessons about communication, loyalty, and ethical behavior. Humans have both benefited and harmed wolves. Wolves control herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing and supporting biodiversity. Their presence maintains ecological balance, contributing to the health of forests and grasslands. Yet humans have historically viewed them as threats. Hunting, habitat destruction, and conflicts with livestock challenge their survival. Ecotourism and wildlife protection programs demonstrate that coexistence is possible, highlighting the importance of understanding rather than fear. Old age brings visible changes. Silver fur appears around the muzzle, movement slows, and hunting becomes less efficient. Despite this, older wolves retain a critical role as guides and teachers, their knowledge of terrain, prey, and survival invaluable to the pack. Life is a cycle. New pups bring energy and potential, while elders provide wisdom and stability. Death is inevitable, a quiet reminder of the natural order, yet the lessons of one life echo in the survival and behavior of the pack. From observing wolves, humans can learn profound truths. Strength lies not in domination, but in cooperation. Leadership is measured by guidance, protection, and fairness, not fear. Family and community are central to survival, and every life, from pup to elder, holds intrinsic value. Wolves illustrate resilience. Challenges are faced with unity, intelligence, and patience. Reflecting on these lessons brings a deeper understanding of divine design. Every creature has purpose, every struggle carries meaning, and every moment of life offers guidance for those who reflect. Wolves, through their cycles of birth, growth, hunting, and aging, demonstrate principles mirrored in human life: trust, patience, loyalty, and moral responsibility. Observing nature's wisdom inspires reflection on our own conduct, reminding us to act justly, care for one another, and honor the balance established by the Creator. As the pack moves under the moonlight, howls echo across the valley. Each sound is a reminder of connection to family, to environment, to life itself. Pups practice their calls, elders respond with reassurance, and the alpha ensures the harmony of the collective. Life continues, challenging, teaching, and inspiring all who observe with understanding and humility. The story of the wolf is a mirror for humanity. Cooperation, compassion, and vigilance are the pillars of survival. By respecting the natural order and recognizing the value of every being, we honor the trust Allah has placed in us as stewards of creation. Wolves remind us that life is a gift, to be protected, cherished, and navigated with wisdom. Call to action. Let this documentary inspire us to protect our natural world and its inhabitants. Observe, learn, and act responsibly. Promote conservation, educate others, and ensure that species like the wolf continue to thrive. Let their resilience teach us patience, their loyalty teach us compassion, and their unity teach us the power of community. In preserving creation, we fulfill our duty to Allah and leave a legacy of balance, care, and understanding for generations to come.